Ever wondered how India, the seventh largest country in the world, shares its borders with its neighbors? India, a land of diverse cultures and rich history, is nestled in the heart of South Asia, sharing its borders with not one or two but 7 different countries. This makes for a fascinating study of geopolitics and geography alike. Now you might be thinking, 7, that's quite a handful. And you'd be right. But what makes it truly intriguing is the sheer diversity and complexity of these borders. Each one tells a unique tale, filled with historical context, cultural implications, and even some dramatic twists and turns. Imagine this, a vast expanse stretching over 5,000 kilometers, from the icy peaks of the Himalayas in the north to the dense mangroves of the Sundarbans in the east, and the arid deserts of Rajasthan in the west. It's like a beautifully woven tapestry, where each thread signifies a different border, each with its own unique pattern and color. Let's start with the northern borders, where India shares its land with China, Nepal, and Bhutan. These borders are characterized by towering mountain ranges, strategic passes, and a rich tapestry of cultural exchanges. Moving eastward, we find the complex and winding border with Bangladesh, a unique blend of natural and man-made boundaries. The western borders with Pakistan and Afghanistan, on the other hand, are steeped in a tumultuous history and often make headlines for their political complexities. Then there's the southern maritime border, where India's territorial waters meet those of Sri Lanka and the Maldives, adding an extra dimension to this intricate border puzzle. But what does this all mean? Why should we care about these borders? Well, these borders are more than just lines on a map. They're the gateways to understanding the geopolitical dynamics, cultural exchanges, and historical narratives that have shaped the Indian subcontinent. So, are you ready to delve deeper into this intriguing maze of borders? Great! Let us embark on a journey to understand the complexities of these borders, starting with the closest neighbor, Bangladesh. India shares its longest border with Bangladesh, a border that has a unique and twisted tale. Stretching over 2,500 miles, this boundary is a complex weave of land and water, dotted with rivers, marshes, and paddy fields. But what makes this border truly fascinating is the presence of enclaves and exclaves. Imagine a piece of India within Bangladesh, and within that piece, a smaller portion of Bangladesh, known as the Third Order Enclave. It's a geographical jigsaw puzzle that has intrigued many. These enclaves, once numbering over 200, were a remnant of historical treaties and land ownership patterns. However, the recent land boundary agreement between India and Bangladesh in 2015 led to the exchange and absorption of most of these enclaves, simplifying the border to some extent. From the enigmatic enclaves of Bangladesh, we now move to our next neighbor, Bhutan. Moving northwards from Bangladesh, we reach Bhutan, the land of the Thunder Dragon. This peaceful kingdom, nestled in the eastern Himalayas, shares a friendly and open border with India, a relationship that is a testament to the mutual respect and harmony between the two nations. Unlike many borders around the world, the India-Bhutan border is characterized by its open policy. This allows for free movement of people between the two countries, fostering a unique bond of friendship and cooperation. The border meanders through a variety of geographical features, from lush forests and vibrant valleys in the south to the daunting yet stunning Himalayan mountains in the north. This peaceful connection with Bhutan is a shining example of how borders can serve as bridges rather than barriers. It's not just a line on a map, but a testament to the spirit of mutual respect and cooperation. From the tranquil borders of Bhutan, we now venture towards the challenging terrains of China. The India-China border, known as the Line of Actual Control, is one of the world's most contested borders. Spanning over 2,000 miles, it's a boundary that traverses through some of the highest terrains on Earth. Picture this: towering peaks, vast plateaus, and winding rivers. That's the backdrop of this high-altitude border. Now, you might be thinking, well, that sounds like quite the expedition. And you'd be right. The border's terrain, coupled with its extreme weather conditions, make it a challenging territory to navigate. It's not uncommon for temperatures to drop below 0 degrees, and the air, thin with altitude, can make even simple tasks strenuous. The border's geographic complexity doesn't stop there, though. This boundary is not a straight line, but a meandering course that mirrors the landscape's undulating contours. It cuts through the glacial Aksai Chin region in the west and the humid forested Arunachal Pradesh in the east. But this border isn't just about geography. It's a border steeped in history, marked by ongoing territorial disputes. However, it's important to note that we're not delving into the politics here. Instead, we're focusing on the border's geographic and topographic features that make it a fascinating subject of study for geography enthusiasts. From the high altitudes of the China border, we now descend towards the plains of Pakistan. Next in line is Pakistan, with which India shares a volatile and highly militarized border. Stretching for nearly 2,000 miles, the border snakes its way through a variety of terrains, from the marshlands of the Rann of Kutch to the fertile plains of Punjab, the rugged landscapes of Rajasthan, and the snow-capped peaks of Jammu and Kashmir. A significant feature of this border is the Wagah border, a point of crossing between India and Pakistan. Here, every evening, a grand ceremony takes place. Border guards from both nations perform a synchronized parade, a spectacle of high kicks and sharp salutes, accompanied by the lowering of the flags and the closing of the gates. This ceremony, steeped in tradition and symbolism, draws crowds from both sides and has become a tourist attraction in its own right. Yet despite the pageantry, the India-Pakistan border is one of the most militarized in the world. Armies stand guard along its length, and the border is illuminated by floodlights, making it visible from space. This is a border fraught with tension, a stark reminder of the complex history and ongoing disputes between these two nations. However, it's important to remember that borders, volatile or peaceful, are not just lines on a map. They represent the people who live along them, their cultures, their lives, and their stories. Moving away from the intensity of the Pakistan border, we now journey towards the serene landscapes of Nepal. Our journey brings us to Nepal, a country with which India shares an open border. This open border policy, a unique aspect of Indo-Nepal relations, is a testament to the trust and friendship between the two nations. Spanning over 1,700 kilometers, this border is a symbol of their shared history and cultural heritage. The open border allows for free movement of people, connecting families and communities on both sides. It's a living, breathing entity, echoing with stories of cross-border marriages, shared festivals, and mutual respect. This border is not just about geography. It's about people, their lives, and their shared experiences. It's about the seamless blend of Indian and Nepalese cultures, their languages, their cuisines, and their traditions. It's an embodiment of the harmony that can exist between two nations, proving that borders do not always have to divide. They can unite too. From the open borders of Nepal, we now head towards our final stop, Afghanistan. Our final stop is Afghanistan, with which India shares a very small strip of border. This intriguing boundary is a mere 106 kilometers long, making it India's smallest international border. Nestled in the disputed region of Jammu and Kashmir, this strip of land has been a subject of contention for decades. Interestingly, this border, known as the Durand Line, is not just India's shortest boundary, but also the most unusual. Despite sharing a border, India and Afghanistan do not have official diplomatic relations. This is due to the complex geopolitical dynamics of the region, with the ongoing conflict and instability in Afghanistan adding another layer of complexity to the situation. This unique situation paints a vivid picture of the intricate geopolitical landscape in South Asia, where borders are not just lines on a map, but symbols of history, diplomacy, conflict, and cooperation. And with that, we conclude our journey around the borders of India. India's borders are as diverse and complex as the country itself. We've journeyed through a labyrinth of boundaries, each with its unique tale to tell. The longest border, shared with Bangladesh, is a testament to the intertwined histories of two nations. On the other hand, Bhutan, the peaceful neighbor, reflects a bond of respect and mutual understanding. Then, we touched upon the high-altitude, contested border with China, a stark reminder of the geopolitical tug-of-war that often shapes international boundaries. Our journey also led us to the heavily militarized border with Pakistan, an echo of past conflicts and current tensions. The open border with Nepal speaks volumes about the close cultural and social ties between the two countries. And finally, the shortest strip of borderland, a mere sliver with Afghanistan, symbolizes the intricate interplay of geography and politics. Remember, understanding a country's borders gives us a unique perspective into its history, geography, and relations with its neighbors. So keep exploring and keep learning. Do like, share and subscribe our channel for more content.